Commissioner Perrine, just about the homeless. I think the mayor probably under his report will mention about he went to a fundraising in the land, with the neighborhood center. So he might have some. That's why we just have to kind of, I guess, do some evaluation. So he will talk about that when.
Okay. This involves our budget, and I don't know how to ask for this, but I met with Volusia Volunteers in Medicine, Francine Barnes and Carol Killian. Both work for this nonprofit that offers our community free medical to patients that don't have insurance and below poverty level. Advent and Halifax both offer services free or a discounted rate. The majority come from donations or go straight to the health care. They only have one admin and rent. That's the only overhead they have. The doctor is a volunteer. I spoke with him. There's 20 patients in New Smyrna. The resources come from fundraisers, private business donations. Khaled had Irma Terry look into this for me as well. And I've reached out to others in the community to help spread the word to citizens in need to my church. Actually, I've asked them to let this group know if there's anybody in our church that can't afford their doctor bills or need a doctor. We have a fund for the city discretion use. We allocate $10,000 a year for that, and I believe there's a $7,700 balance on that we haven't used for this year. Next year it's going to be $10,000. I believe we've used a couple of things. I'd like to just do good faith and offer them $500 if we can out of that discretion fund. But that's up to you guys. I don't know how we go about doing this.
So historically, it's $2,000 per commissioner. So you just have, what we've done in the past was you would just need to make a request if you want to use part of your two, if you want more than
It's $2,000 per commissioner. I didn't know that.
It's actually $10,000 that we have for the commission.
Right.
This budget year, I think I mentioned to you that I think $7,700 left in this budget year. And then also we have $10,000 for next year. I think what she's saying is the $500 she wants to donate to the Volusia volunteers with the commission blessing.
Part of my $2,000 then, if we get $2,000.
Yeah, that's how we did it in the past with Commissioner Sachs, is he just said, I want to give.
Yeah.
If I have $2,000, I'd like to do half of it, actually, $1,000. And I know that our budget's tight this year, but I've also been without health insurance after I retired, and I know it's tough. So, and I think that's a good thing to have 20 people in our own community in New Smyrna that are reaching out to get health care. So anyway, we don't have to do it tonight, but that is what I'd like.
So if the commission is okay with
Are
it.
you okay with that?
We will
Out of
prepare the
$2,000 in my
$500
portion
check.
that I donate for that.
It's your money.
Okay, there you go.
I don't even think it requires commission action because it's in her lane to do.
But I think in the past we have. So anyway, we'll have a check for you.
Thank you. And last but not least, thank you for your patience. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, the pickleball players, Mr. Phil Hall is going to present the city another check at Live Oak. So if anybody wants to come, we're going to get more money for their pickleball.
Very nice. Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your report. Commissioner Hartman, have you got some report?
Yeah, I just want to publicly thank all the staff that worked on the school crossing light at Myrtle and Canal Street. That was a project that I kind of pushed and fought for a number of years. It took us almost 3 years or 4 years to get them installed. They've been taken out twice now by auto accidents. Most recently was one by one of our own employees. Even though he wasn't at fault, he took the thing out, but David and his crew were able to get that in and get it replaced, and it's back up and functional in time for the school year. So, which was, really helpful, I think, for the kids that are going back and forth to the elementary school. So it's right at Myrtle and Canal. So I want to thank them for all their hard work and staying on it and getting that project completed before the school year. So I certainly do appreciate that.
And I shared your email with all of them.
That's all I had.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your report. I did go to a fundraiser last night over in DeLand. The Neighborhood Centers is the name of the organization, not-for-profit organization. A couple board members are family friends, and I learned about they have at least 4 centers. One center's downtown DeLand, which is struggles in a lot of ways. The city manager is challenged because it is in the downtown and it causes merchants some issues, but there are other neighboring remote centers. They're very interested in partnering with us. It is a for-fee operation, but they're a faith-based organization, and they have clinicians and PhDs and psychiatrists and psychologists, just like we heard about First Step, and they're very motivated. Met the CEO and the COO, and they're very interested in having a conversation with our police chief and with the city manager and others about how we can work together to serve the homeless. And so it's not just one place, it's many places, and these people have dollars to back it up. So I'm optimistic that between the First Step and this other that we will be able to move the ball forward. To that end, not on behalf of the commission, but behalf of myself, I went to Dennis Hernandez, the CEO of the Advent Health, and said, I would like to cash a big check with you and the hospital. I said, our police department is going to hire a clinician or two, but we will be overwhelmed quickly. And if the development protocol in the medical profession in psychology and psychiatry is far enough along, I would like Advent Hospital to, in addition to their for-profit work, or for pay work, offer our city a pro bono operation to work on the mental health and the dependency issues so that we're not just tending to the physiological and emotional and social needs of our homeless, but we're actually fixing them so that they can move out of that cycle. And so Dr. Hernandez is willing to have that conversation. We'll have the right people present, and I'll report back to you whatever progress that is. The sheriff invited the mayors of the city, of various cities, to get together this week and have a conversation about the technology that he is testing on our behalf. Talking with our police chief, it's nice to be able to have the sheriff's department with their budget do this experimentation, because we can pick the best of whatever he comes up with. I'll give you the top 3 that he discussed. The first was, no citizen, I think, is satisfied knowing if they live in New Smyrna, they must call the county dispatch 911. It goes out of town and then comes back to town for action. And as I'm told, the amount of time is usually somewhere between 1 to 4 minutes to transcribe that information, send it to the dispatcher, and have a call made. There's new technology that will allow the voice of the caller to be transmitted directly to the geographic zip code of the responding unit, regardless of where it is in the county, the responding units, possible units, and have them rolling while they're listening to the call. That will cut out 4 minutes of delay time to get to the crime scene and to respond. And so that technology is coming our way very, very soon. And that was very exciting for me. So in other words, it wouldn't clog up the entire network. We wouldn't hear what was going on in Port Orange or what was going on in Ormond or South Daytona. We would only hear the stuff that's going on in our 41 square miles, and we would hear the caller and get information directly as it was going. Not we, but the police department itself, the officers that are on patrol. The second was a device, a protocol that will allow the DNA of any crime scene weapon to be analyzed within 24 hours using either the bullet, the casing, or the gun, if you have any of those items. And so normally that process takes a month to determine. The speed of that is important because it links, it'll tell you whatever, any crime scene that weapon has been used at and in the life of the weapon. And so the case is that generally weapons get used by the same person at one crime scene after another, and after a while you can kind of track where this is and get, you can get to the perpetrator faster and sooner. So that technology is coming. The last one is a little bit, it's a little bit Big Brother-ish, but there's a community testing out in a 2-mile radius antennas on top of, let's say, 55 rooftops that has photo, video quality reception, so that if anything is going on in that neighborhood that's unsavory, the cameras could pick up the action, the motion, see faces, etc. And so that's being tested in certain parts of the county. So anyway, those are 3 things that are going on in the Sheriff's Department. Last Saturday, I attended the back to school fair that was put on, the school bag giveaway that was put on over in Pettis Park. It was very successful, very well attended, and we dodged the rain, so that was really, really good. My thanks to the police department and the fire department for turning out and being so doggone supportive, in addition to the rest of the city staff. The last is a transportation subcommittee on the elected official roundtable that I attend at the airport monthly, which any of us can attend. But there's a subcommittee on transportation that I agreed to sign up of under Mayor Burnett's leadership. It doesn't replace the TPO at all, but it helps at the county level with disbursement of funding, decisions about what's hot and what's not, and it tends to city by city challenges that the county might have. The last conversation, Randy, was about gas tax, whether or not what would that be a strain on Manager Reckenwald's organization if that went away, and what money is available to do proactive things versus reactive things should that go away. That was just one of the topics. It's met once, I've been once, and I'm happy to have any of us go. I just had a placeholder. It's only 2 or 3 cities that are participating right now. And that's the summary of my report. Before we go on to the city clerk, city attorney, and city manager, I made a mistake. Could we have item 10J, ordinance 5423, read for the record?
Ordinance number 5423, an ordinance of the City of New Smyrna Beach designating the Oak Grove Church of Apostolic Faith located at 441 Sheldon Street as a historic landmark in the City of New Smyrna Beach, providing for public hearing, providing for conflicting ordinance, providing for severability, and providing an effective date. Second hearing and public hearing will be August 22nd, 2023.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Madam City Clerk, have you got a report?
Yes, just need clarification on what Commissioner Perrine was requesting, the 500 or 1,000 from the City Commission Promotional Expense Fund. Reason being, Commissioner Martin had asked for an allocation of $500 to be a member of the Volusia County Cultural Alliance at the March 14th meeting. So I want to put that same wording and verbiage in there. Just need clarification if there's a consensus, 500 or 1,000.
For Commissioner Perrine's?
Yes, to donate to the Volusia Volunteers for Medicine, correct?
What was your amount?
I said between 500 and 1,000 is what Colin and I talked about. So let's just stick with 500 and make it the same as Lisa,
Okay.
as Commissioner Martin. Sorry.
Without objection? Okay, very good.
Thank you.
And so while we're on that, just for the record and for those that are watching this remotely, Wednesday through Saturday is the annual State Florida League of Cities convention, big convention in Orlando. Several of us are participating, and we hope to garner great information about how other cities are going, have some fellowship with other people that are doing things differently, see what we like, see what we don't like. There are workshops and presentations, and it'll be my first. Commissioner Hartman's been many times, and so he assures us that it'll be a great enlightening experience, and I can't wait. Assistant City Attorney.
I just have two
Oh,
reminders.
you have more?
Just one more thing. There are 2 additions to your calendars, just wanted to make you aware of, and I'll send an email out later. Wednesday, August 16th, 5 p.m. is the public meeting regarding the Women's Club building. It'll be held here. Also, Tuesday, October 17th, there's a special joint meeting with the Utilities Commission. We've confirmed with all of the Utilities Commission members that are able to attend. It's on your calendars for 5 p.m. here. In the Commission chambers, it's Wednesday, October 17th.
Wow. Thank you.
You're
Glad I
welcome.
didn't cut you off from that. All right.
That's it.
No report.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. Mr. City Manager, all yours, sir.
Thank you. Just a couple of items. We talked about a workshop for the commission in September, and that is the only item that it was on the list so far, is the discussion of the city manager replacements. And I mentioned during the briefing, if that's the only one item, what we could do is we could have it before a city commission meeting in September at 5 o'clock. So we'll set it up, Kelly and I, tomorrow, and we'll let you know which meeting would be discussing that. Like, we'll start at 5 o'clock if we don't have any CRA meeting at that time, so we'll do that. She mentioned the joint meeting with the UC. This is one of the part of the strategic plan. And what we'll do is we're going to come back to you with an action plan on the sewer, septic to sewer. So I'm getting a proposal from the consultants. So we could do the design and then talk about funding. We talked about having a pilot project. So we will be discussing that at the meeting with some other items that Joe and I are working on. The other thing is, I sent you the email that I received from the manager of the land, talking about the ECHO and talking about the gas tax. The gas tax, if we forego the 5-cent sales tax, that is going to affect our recycling, because that money, it goes into not recycling, resurfacing, I'm sorry. It goes into our resurfacing program. So it would have a major impact on our budget. So I just want to make sure that it's probably in the 400, 500,000. So right now we are in need of every penny that we can collect. So I'm just saying that if somebody is in a committee or whatever, I don't think we want to promote that to forego the 5 cents there on the gas tax. And then we will have our workshop in December, this is our annual workshop. So think about topic that you want to talk about. Normally what happens is we bring the strategic plan, we give you an update, and to see if you wanted to revise or modify some of the items. So between now and November, please think about some of these items that you want to have on the agenda so we could prepare it and have the staff prepare reports for it. So thank you.
Excellent. Colin, I'm reminded we need to get a State of the City thing done before the end of the year, so maybe you can find dates that are good for all of us so we can get that accomplished.
Get together.
I think we need, I think there's some ordinance or statute, or maybe it even part of the city charter that requires us annually to have a State of the City address, so.
Okay.
We need to consult, we need
Okay.
you to wrangle, make sure that all of us can attend that, whatever date works for everybody.
Okay.
Anything else?
I just have one more thing that, since you brought up the September meeting, when we have that discussion and talk about that, we need to keep in mind that if we do find a replacement for you when you leave, There will be a payout of vacation, sick, or whatever for you, just to make sure that that money's in the budget going forward.
I think they'll, usually what happens is they have that in their
Right.
budget. But I'll check on it.
Just, yeah, just make sure that that's in the back of everybody's mind.
Okay.
Any other topics? Thank you, Phil, from behind the curtain. Thank you all. We're adjourned.
Thank you.